From September 21 to 23, 2022, the India Expo Center and Mart in Greater Noida on the outskirts of New Delhi hosted the Indian Printed Circuit Association or IPCA Expo 2022. PCBs or printed circuit boards are the core components serving as the base for electronic products. The IPCA Expo 2022 took place in conjunction with Electronica India 2022 and Productronica India 2022, an international trade fair for electronic component systems, applications and solutions. The B2B shows were organized by Messe Muenchen, India, a wholly owned subsidiary of Messe Muenchen of Germany. The shows are now the leading platform in India, focusing on everything electronics. The venue alternates between two Indian economic hubs, Delhi and Bengaluru, on a yearly basis in September. After a lull of a couple of years as a result of the pandemic, the show was held in Greater Noida, which saw participation from more than 350 companies, both Indian and global, and participation from 19 countries. More than 3,000 products and technologies were on display at the 3-day show. With today's automobiles coming with loads of electronic components, this show meant a great significance for the Indian automobile industry. Products and technologies at the show included semiconductors, embedded systems, displays, automotive electronics, and even Internet of Things. The Indian electronics manufacturing industry is currently valued at $70 billion and is likely to increase well past the 3-digit figure to around $300 billion by 2026.
We are meeting in this show almost after 3 years. And this LED show for the automotive, both for component manufacturer, Tier 1, Tier 2 and OE is a very, very important event. We see a lot of changes, a lot of development has taken place in last 3 years, and it is very good for both Tier 1 and OE, two-wheeler manufacturer and four-wheeler manufacturer or any other automobile, because the quality of the vehicle depends upon the component which is supplied by the Tier 1, and the Tier 1 is the backbone of OE. So it's a very, very important event which is happening after 3 years in this city. LED technology looks very simple now, but a lot of things go into it. And the cost also goes up. The only thing is that the life of the product is very long and the performance is very good. Currently we are manufacturing LED. So just to give you a small idea of how LED is made, first there's a PCB. In PCB there are many semiconductor which is assembled into the PCB, and then it is as a module that goes into the lamp. So this is a very complex technology as compared to normal bulb LEDs we used to, it was either halogen lamp or incandescent lamp. Now everybody is changing to LED. Now after this LED, we are going to have another technology which is a very, near future, not yet come to India, that is called OLED. OLED is a very different technology altogether. So that, we are a OE driven companies. So if the OE wants, we'll go into the OLED business also. Some OEs are already working on this. So I think we will be the preferred source for OLED once the OE decide to use this. I recently attended the ECMA annual session where I had the opportunity to listen to Dr. Goenka, and he said for last 7 years he has been listening. EV is coming. So it has now started coming. So it is not full-fledged now. See, there are a lot of challenges to completely change over from IC engine technology to EV vehicle, related to infrastructure, related to the confidence of the people using the car. Most of the people who are buying this car, EV vehicle, they buy this as their second vehicle. I mean, if I have the electric car, I think I will think twice to go even to Chandigarh and come back from Delhi in a EV. However, I mean that is not the end of it, but lot of technologies are now coming up. Government is giving lot of support. Most of the EV manufacturers are now concentrating how to reduce the costs. The biggest culprit is battery. So the battery manufacturers are now coming. So maybe it might take long, but it will definitely come.
Our company ASMPT, so we are the technology leaders who provides the solution for customers with respect to the products and also integrate towards the smart factory. And we are like, when we talk about our differentiations between any of our suppliers or competitors, so under one roof, we do provide solutions for semiconductors and also SMT solutions. Okay, so we have machines, okay, where we can tell that we also manufacture the components for the semiconductor businesses, and also we also mount the components on the PCBs. So this is, we differentiate between others, where we tell that under one roof we do have these solutions to our customers.
Post-COVID times, the electronic manufacturing market, the demand has grown multifold, especially because of the online classes, remote support and all those things, which increase the demands to a remarkable level. And we see that post-COVID, our deliveries extended to a certain level beyond customers' we were expectation. We still manage the deliveries, but the impact of manufacturing has increased multifold during the post-COVID level. We see that the trend to continue for another 1 year, and right now the consolidation is still happening, but we foresee that this may continue and may extend until 2023 also.
And since it's been more than 2 years or 3 years, where we are not able to catch up many of the so-called technology leaders or the customers, right? And then after 2 years, we see that even the first day of the show or the event, right? We see that many of the visitors have been coming here. So, as we know that India is also emerging and growing towards the electronic manufacturing, so this also shows that the number of people that visiting and then visiting our so-called the booth over here to also see about our products and the solutions that we are providing.
Post government initiatives, post 2018, government has taken a lot of initiatives to market the manufacturing in India and make India as a manufacturing hub. And those results are evidently seen inside the show. Though the show is happening after quite some time, but it is evident, very evident that the number of people, not only the existing ones, the new startups which you see during the show are impacting the manufacturing world right now. And we see that this trend will continue to grow. Yeah, majorly we supply to customers across the industry. The customers could be wearing, the automotive is one of the forte where we are very remarkable. We support our customers across not only in few of the segments, but automotive, industrial electronics, defense, even EMS, which is the electronic manufacturing customers spread across. And these are the segments which we cater directly or indirectly through our business partners or us, and these are the segments we support. So it's not only one customer, it's spread across the segments.
Any electronic manufacturing that happens. So we as an ASMPT has been told like we are into both semicon and SMT. So we see that our equipments are used in all the electronic manufacturing. So talking about automotive, and we have seen that a phase shift is happening from the normal combustion motors, and now it is going for an electrical vehicles, right? And now today, if you look at the present trend, most of them are hybrid, and where you have the electrical and also the combustion part. And probably the future will be a green energy, and when we see that more and more, it will be moving towards EVs, right? So when we talk about EVs, there are a lot of electronic things that comes into the car, right? No more engines, you have motors, and then you have a lot of controls that comes into the part. And all these controllers and the things, right, the designing part and the manufacturing part, definitely they need the equipments and also the solutions. It's not only the mounting of the components today, and you need to have a lot of traceability part that comes into the picture when you talk about the automotive sector. And we, as an ASM, we are a futuristic company where we have products and also the solutions from has a turnkey solutions to the customer from to the start to the end for any manufacturers.
We are into distribution of electronic components. We cater all segments: automotive, lighting, consumer, defense, you name it. We have all the segments in our portfolio. We sell them components. In the components, we have the entire gamut, the complete basket from passive to active to electromechanicals. So this was more on the technical side. On the layman language, from register to microcontroller, we have all the pieces of the puzzle which completes our customer requirement. Just to highlight you the big brands in India, first I'll start with automotive. We supply to Bajaj Auto, Hero Motors, Tata, Mahindra & Mahindra, Maruti. So they don't buy directly, it is through their tier ones. These are in automotive. Similar in lighting, we have Havells, we have Bajaj Electrical, we have Crompton, you name it, we have it. We cater more than 5,000 customers across pan India. That covers all the OEs, tier 1s, tier 2, tier 3. At the moment, we are across pan India. We cover in small business we have in Far East Asia. Well, it has been last 2 years. Trust me, it has been very tough to our industry. In terms of when I use the word tough, it has been very nice. It's overwhelming, I would say. The order book has been multifold, but the challenge is we are not getting components the way it is required. There has been shortages, there has been allocation. The allocation level has gone up to years. You know, I have never heard a lead time of 720 days. So these are few things which has never happened has happened today. In last 30 years, I've never seen such situation which has arisen. But it's a good pain to take, I would say. The mentality of the customer has changed. The customer has understood. There has been, you can see there is a progress. People have now understood what semiconductor means. Up till now, it was, a black box for people. So it's good. This pain has been good. The market has changed. Due to COVID, I am just trying to emphasize typically on that side. Due to COVID, the requirement has gone multifold. The requirement for electronic gadgets has increased, and due to that, there has been a surge in demand. There has been shortages. Undoubtedly, that particular break of month or two disrupted the entire ecosystem across the globe. That was one big reason. Apart that, the demand of consumer electronics has increased, and due to that, the shortage also.